Welcome to the Reddit Chronicles. Today we will be reading from True Off My Chest. Our first post is by Hunter Winters. I've only just realized that I let the men I call my family and friends ruin my marriage. I've been divorced for almost 2 years, and a few weeks ago my father, 67M, my 2 brothers, 37M and 40M, and 4 friends, 35M, 37M, 38, 41M, while very drunk, joked about how they can't believe I left my wife. They said that they all tried to get with her since the divorce, but she had repeatedly rejected them, saying it would be inappropriate and unkind to do such a thing to me. I laughed at what they were saying just to ease them into saying more, and once they thought I found it funny, they really opened up. They had all purposely made me feel paranoid about my ex-wife cheating on me and using me, because why would a woman like her be with a man like me if it wasn't for the money I made? They often hinted at, or sometimes even directly said, that she wore the pants in the relationship, and that she was only with me because I'm easily manipulated. They constantly planted negative things into my mind. If I went to talk with them about something happening in my relationship, they would put a negative twist to it, or they'd purposely give me bad advice. Then, when I lost my job during COVID, they all hinted at how she's definitely cheating now that there's no financial benefit in being faithful to me. I obviously trusted them, and often took their words to heart, and it ruined my marriage. I frequently argued with my wife, and I was always accusing her of something or suspecting her of not really loving me. I questioned everything that was between us. I often told her bullshit things like how I'm a high-value man, and that she needed to appreciate me, and when I was not working for 6 months, I flipped the script and started accusing her of not respecting me for not working. I was unappreciative of all her hard work and for being the one who took care of our household bills and any other bill during those 6 months of unemployment. I continued to let their words drive me into paranoia, and I started accusing her of cheating with her coworkers. Eventually, my wife had enough of my moods, constant mistrust and accusations. She left me, and to be honest, for a long time it felt like it came out of nowhere, and so I had myself convinced she left me for another man. Now here I am, knowing that every man I've called my family, my friend, were all my enemies who I let destroy my marriage. I obviously lost my mind once they were done telling me all the ways they conspired to ruin my marriage, and we did get to blows. I've cut off all contact with each and every one of them. I want to reach out to my ex and make amends and hopefully get her back. My ex-wife has agreed to meet up with me, and she doesn't know exactly what I want to discuss with her, and I don't know how to go about making amends and hopefully mending our relationship. How do I tell her how much I regret everything, and that I want her to give me a second chance? Is there even a chance for us? Edit. Some of y'all keep saying you took the words of your friends over your wife's, and I don't think that's too fair or complete assessment. I trusted my father and brothers. My father was the main driving force behind this manipulation campaign, and it's not often that your entire family is conspiring against you. And not only your family, but also your friends. I'm not running away from accepting the fact that it is wholly my fault in how my marriage ended. I take ownership of that. I take ownership of the fact that I accused my wife of being a cheater or a user. I regret it all. If my ex-wife doesn't accept my apology, I would accept it gracefully. If she said she never wanted to talk to me or ever get back together, I'd also accept it. I would not stand in the way, and I would not try to change her mind. I would wish her well and leave her be. Our next post is by Frozen Crystal. I ruined my deadbeat dad's life. When I, F18, was a little less than 2 years old, my dad left me and my mom. My mom never saw it coming. He had decided he was tired of being tied down and preferred the no-ties young guy life. My mom ended up meeting a wonderful man when I was 5. They later got married when I was 8, and had 2 children of their own together, but he has always treated me as if I'm one of his kids. I never felt like an outsider. A while ago, I decided to try and find my bio dad. I searched his name and found him on Facebook. After scrolling through his Facebook, I saw he had a family, 3 young kids and a wife. I decided to message him, thinking maybe because he was finally able to settle down, he might want to meet and possibly get to know his first child. So I sent a quick message explaining who I was and telling him I hoped we could get to know each other. He sent me a lengthy message letting me know he would never consider me to be his daughter, referred to me and my mom as a huge mistake he would like to forget about, and that I just needed to leave him alone because he was happy now. I was honestly so heartbroken after he said all those cruel things, After a while, I decided he shouldn't be able to get away with what he had done. I message his wife on Facebook letting her know I am her husband's daughter from his first marriage. She was shocked. She did not know he was married before or had another kid, but she was also a little skeptical. So I told her if she needed evidence to meet up with me, but please don't tell her husband. She decided not to. About a week later, we ended up meeting up. I showed her my birth certificate, pictures of my parents together, documents from their divorce, a paternity test he randomly decided he wanted my mom to do, my deadbeat dad and I's Facebook messages, even their marriage certificate. His wife was fuming, to say the least. She later confronted my deadbeat dad and he tried denying everything. Then, after she started saying things about me and my mom, he tried blaming my mom, saying she never let him see me. Then, after she asked about me messaging him on Facebook, he started crying, begging for forgiveness. It has been about a month since I have kept in contact with his wife, and they're getting a divorce. Since then, he has been trying to apologize not only to his wife, but me and my mom. I am also soon going to meet my half-siblings, and hopefully get to form a relationship with him and my dad's soon-to-be ex-wife. Our next post is by Background Effort. My son is being brainwashed by gym fanatics and subscribes to this toxic ideology called Physiognomy. I'm a single mother of a teenage boy. My son is extremely intelligent and has a very sweet nature when he wants to be. Our relationship with each other hasn't always been the best. I think he low-key resents me because he's been craving a father figure. He's thrown it in my face multiple times about me making stupid decisions with men and that I am naive. Not that it's any of his business who I sleep with, but anyway, I have tried connecting more with him, but he seems to just keep pushing me away. Lately, he hasn't been spending much time at home, and I've asked him where he's been and he just says, "My bros." One time, I saw him leaving the house and this vehicle I don't recognize pulled up to pick him up. Inside was an older guy that looks my age. I later asked my son who that was, and he says it's a good friend that he trusts. I warned him to be careful about hanging with older men because they could be predators just trying to take advantage of him, and he laughed and said, "That's rich coming from you." I asked what's that supposed to mean, and he said I should look at my male friends and rolled his eyes. I ended up looking up physiognomy, and it's an ideology of believing what you look like determines your personality. E.g., if you are not fit or in shape, it means you're a bad person. Right down to your facial structure and the shape of your nose, eyes, ears, etc. My son tells me physiognomy is 100% real and believes in it fanatically. I know he's getting these ideas from these older guys he's been hanging with. I think my son clings onto their every words because he's looking for a father figure. I don't want my son to become this toxic, shallow gym bro type, and also would love to repair our relationship. I know he doesn't respect me. What do I do? How do I talk to him? Thank you for listening to the Reddit Chronicles. Follow for more content.